Good morning, friends. So I told you at morning meeting we were going to read a story about dinosaurs, and we are going to read the story called How Do Dinosaurs Say I Love You? Okay, and we read a story the other day called How Do Dinosaurs Say Happy Birthday? So this is kind of like that story. And sometimes authors write stories that are different but are very, very similar or are the same in some ways. So this is a different story with a different title, but it also is the same because it's about dinosaurs and it has the same author. So our authors Jane Yolen and Mark Teague, that's the author and the illustrator, Jane Yolen and Mark Teague. So they wrote the words and drew the pictures. How do dinosaurs say I love you? Put your thinking caps on and tell me, how do you think dinosaurs would say I love you? How do you think that they would say I love you? Let's find out. What happens? You woke up in the morning in such a bad mood. Oh no, that dinosaur how does he look? Grumpy, sleepy. Let's see what happens. Then you sat at the table and fussed with your food. But then you blew kisses and waved from the door. I love you. I love you, my dinosaur. So first he was grumpy and he was playing with his food, but then he blew his mom and dad a kiss and said, I love you. Out in the sandbox, you threw lots of sand. Oh, was that kind? No, that's not very kind. Let's see if he can fix it. You ran from the slide after slapping my hand. Oh no. He's throwing sand. Running away. Uh-oh. But you suddenly turned with a smile I adore. Oh, I'll always love you, my dinosaur. So he showed his mommy he loved her by smiling at her. That was a much nicer way to say I love you. You moped through your nap time and slept not a wink. So he was supposed to be sleeping, but instead he was being stubborn. And he was awake and not sleeping. You flooded the house when you played in the sink. Uh-oh. How would your mommy and daddy feel if you flooded the sink? Probably a little angry or upset. But you got out the mop and then cleaned up the floor. I love you so much, my dinosaur. So he made it better because he cleaned up the mess that he made. Off in the car, you kept kicking my seat. Uh-oh. And when we got out, you were dragging your feet. But you held my hand tight when we walked in the store. I'll love you forever, my dinosaur. So Mom feels better because he was listening in the store and holding his mommy's hand nice and tight. Or his daddy, yeah. Whoever you go to the store with. Dinner disaster! You made such a mess! Would you stay up past bedtime? The answer was yes. Why do you think he had to stay up past bedtime? Yeah, to clean that big old mess he made. That wasn't very kind. But when you smile sweetly and hold back your roar, when you kiss me and hug me, once, twice, even more. How do you think they feel when he hugs and kisses and smiles at them. Let's see. That's when you give love. And I know this is true because that's how a dinosaur says, I love you. So even though he was being grumpy and doing some not nice things, his mommy and daddy know that he loves them because he smiles and he hugs and he gives them kisses and he says, I love you. I hope you guys like this story. I hope you will draw a picture and write about how do you say I love you? What are some ways that you show people that you love them? I show Liam that I love him by reading him stories and giving him kisses and hugs and telling him I love him. And that's how I tell my family I love them too. So I want you to write about how you show people that you love them. Have a good day, guys. Hope to see your pictures and your writing.